world is expanding, so keep your eyes peeled. You might
The following contest is scheduled for one ball. On the weighted ring, from Austin, Texas, weighing 195 pounds. You think you know me?
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry, the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
His opponent telegraphed that one. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that would be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do.
What a counter! You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific...
He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are... Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament?
Dude, no trouble kicking out of that one.
He countered that and made it look easy.
I don't think Paul London should be allowed...
A textbook reversal there. It doesn't appear that
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better. Excellent counter. What ring presence?
This could... We could have a pinfall here, JR.
1, 2.
I can't believe he thought he was going to get the pin. Watch out! He reversed it! I know there's supposed to be all of this buzz about Paul London, but I think it's all hype. He's going to have to earn some more championship gold before I can take him seriously.
London's no stranger to Gold King. He's been a cruiserweight champion and a tag team champion. And that's not too shabby for someone who's only been in WWE as long as he has. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me, so I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show.
He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. Remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. Even these trained professionals wind up pretty badly banged up after a match.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching them. He's a great role model for young fans.
Oh, he's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real humanitarian. A guy that just as soon sell you out as look at you.
What are you talking about, JR? That's just a nasty rumor spread by people who wanted to be in Edge's league but couldn't keep up with him.
Come on, King. You've watched Edge as much as I have, and you've seen the things he's pulled. Talk about someone whose heart is as cold as the other side of the pill.
Well, I'm sorry you've decided to sympathize with the losers, JR. Me, I'm sticking with a winner. I'm sticking with Edge.
He's a slippery devil.
Think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you. That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King, and even if you break the hold, it takes its hold.
I don't understand how these fans can...
And now, pin! This could be it! What? Just nowhere near a 3 count. You're not going to get him with that one.
These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE. He's taking every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet. I almost feel bad for Taz and Michael Cole. They never get to call matches as good as this.
Smackdown's had its fair share of exciting matchups, King. I'm inclined to agree with you. There's nothing like watching the Raw superstars perform live.
And we're so lucky, JR. We get to see them every single week. He's looking for that finisher, and he can do it here. I don't think anyone's... I love it. Rules are like bones, made to be broken.
Well, I think it's pretty sad when you have to sink that low to win a match.
He saw that one coming. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King. And I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
Roll break. There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended to our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand, or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man. And I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't seem to be too concerned about his opponent, JR.
Well, he should be. This one's not over yet, and you never know what might happen. And it's been reversed.
No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match. He reversed it. It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a...
Oh no! What's he gonna do here?
Yes! The execution! What a brilliant move!
1, 2, 3. And that's the match! There's no question.
Here's your
that
winner.
that was a hard-fought game.
I'm actually surprised at the outcome, JR. That match went a lot differently than I thought it would.
Well, that just goes to show that anything can happen in WWE.